innovative content, global audience.
Yes. Welcome, people. Welcome to this special edition of the Town Hall meetings. My name is Adi Chris, broadcasting from London. Tonight, I'm broadcasting from two different platforms. I'm broadcasting from SRTV, so we're streaming to SRTV and to Urhobo Television at the same time. Tonight is a special one of those days where I am excited because I am in the presence of greatness. And what is really important is to me is I believe God gave us three important things. He gave us a nation, He gave us a family, and gave us the church for those of us who go to church. So you have these three to put your life together. So the first thing God gave to us is a family. And from that family comes a nation. Tonight, I am with the president of my nation, ethnic nation, which is Urhobo. And everybody born on earth have an ethnic nation. The artificial one we create is for good, which is not bad. But for us to understand the importance of this Nigeria we have, or Britain or whatever, we have to appreciate what it is to have an ethnic nation. So we'll be joining tonight with the president of my nation, which is Urhobo Progress Union, UK. For those of you that don't know what is Urhobo Progress Union, we are Urhobo. So we have Urhobo is a nation. And the government of Urhobo Nation is Urhobo Progress Union. In the United Kingdom, we have the president in the UK. He's the one joining us right here, right now, to talk us through how we've been governed, the organs, the opportunities we have, and this goes to those who don't understand us, but most importantly to those of us in the United Kingdom and beyond, so that we can tap on the opportunity, come together as a people, and grow as a people. And I'm going to do that, but quickly before we go into the details, let me just quickly bring in one track, just short one, very short, so that I won't let it play to the end. And so that just for those of you joining us, who say, who are these people? You can see the kind of music and the way we dance and the way we dress. Let me quickly introduce that before you see my president.
Now the hour has come to liberate from the oppression of the devil. From the oppression of the devil. Through the preaching of the word of faith. Through the preaching of the word of faith. And I'm sending you to undertake. And I'm sending you to undertake. To undertake. Yes, to know.
Sorry, guys, we cannot. I eating some time, so I'm going to give it back. So I'm sorry for that. Let's cut on straight to the business. Like I said, today is a great day. The president of Urhobo Progress Union, United Kingdom, is right here with us. He's here to talk us through some of the things we don't quite understand. Like I said, today's show is strictly for those of us who are in the United Kingdom and beyond, Urhobo people in the diaspora and Urhobo people at home. How we've been governed, who is your government, what is it to be an Urhobo man? All that wants to be explored tonight, and your chances, your opportunities. If we're going to look at that. But that being said, President is actually going to look at another unique area, which is what we can do together to grow our own land. Like I said, we are blessed. God gave us three things. He gave us a family, comes to responsibility. He gives you a church, it comes to responsibility. And he gives you a nation, your ethnic nation, start first. So if you're going to be a Nigerian, you got to be an Urhobo man before you become a Nigerian. You have to be an English man because you become a British man. So you see, it's all English is an ethnic nation, but they belong to what? To England, and then whatever. So we're gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna quickly bring in the president to talk us through. And for your information, the president is who? He's an educationist. So he's going to talk us through. He's going to be thorough, very, very thorough. He's an educationist. He's a former head teacher at the school here in Croydon. He's now retired. I'm sure he's enjoying himself now. I'd love to be retired very soon, President. Anyway, President, you're welcome to the show. You're welcome to the show. You're welcome to the show. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, President, like I said, I've introduced you. I said I know who you are. My people know you a little bit now, but just please tell us briefly who you are, sir, so we can start from there. Who is our president, and what is Urhobo Progress Union UK? What is it? Well, people don't want to confuse themselves. Okay, what is this union they're talking about?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, you already know my name, Ejiro Ugwhujabo. You also already know that I am Urhobo. The ethnic group called Urhobo is from the Delta state of Nigeria. You will appreciate that Nigeria only became an entity in 1914 following the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern protectorates. And since that time, we have had to be in different political dispensations. So from independence, the Urhobo nation was part of the region known as Western Region with headquarters in Ibadan for 3 years. So in 1963, there was a referendum and a new region was created. And in fact, that region, the Midwest region, was the only region in Nigeria created by referendum. So that is the Western region, from where we became Midwestern region. And later on, we were named Bendel State. Now, within Bendel State, the government of Nigeria decided to further create more entities. And then we ended up in what we know today to be Delta State. So as an Urhobo person, I come from Delta State. All Urhobo people come from Delta State. But like has been said, I am first and foremost an Urhobo man. First and foremost, I'm an Urhobo man. The entity called Nigeria could cease to exist tomorrow, but the nation Urhobo will be there forever. I was born and bred in Urhobo land. I was born in Eku in Agbon, but I hail from Kokori, also in Agbon. When I say Agbon, it simply means that Agbon is a kingdom within Urhobo land. And within Urhobo land, we have 24 different kingdoms. We all share a common language, which is the Urhobo language. And that is what brings us together, a common language, a common culture, and common traditions. But our people felt the urgent need to come together. And for me, that was very important, because when we look at people like Urhobo, people like Mukoromowo, people like Igbo, those people who came together as far back as 1931, and their agenda was to create a forum that will provide a voice for all the Urhobo people, a forum that will unite all the Urhobo people, so that we will be relevant within the wider Nigerian society. And that union initially was called the Urhobo Brotherly Society. But of course, it wasn't up to 3 years before they felt that the word brotherly was not the most appropriate, given that our people are not necessarily all men. And so the name was changed to the Urhobo Progress Union, which, like has been said, is the governing body of all Urhobo people in the world, all Urhobo people in the world. Now, we can confirm that even though the Urhobo Progress Union was founded in Nigeria, in the city of Warri, the people of Urhobo are not restricted to Urhobo land. The people of Urhobo have spread to so many other parts of Nigeria. And in fact, they have spread to every country in the world. So there is no place you go to and Urhobo people are not there. So we are everywhere. And the first country outside of Nigeria where the Urhobo people came together to say, well, we have the Urhobo Progress Union back in Nigeria, we need to have a branch of the Urhobo Progress Union, was here in the United Kingdom. And that happened long ago, as far back as 1957, when people like Mr. Justice Akpovi decided that the unity we preach, the unity we advocate back in Nigeria must be spread to wherever we are in the rest of the world. And so our people came together in London to hold their first meeting in 1957, and that is 65 years ago. And since that time, other branches have been established in different parts of the world. In Europe, in the United States of America, in Asia, we have branches of the Urhobo Progress Union in all these places. And why do we meet? Because when we are united, we can be a formidable force. We will encourage our children, let them know that education is so very important. Let them know that we have our home, and our home is in Urhobo land. Let them know that we have a duty to help develop ourselves in the diaspora for the benefit of the Urhobo nation, of Urhobo land, back at home. And so we come together to celebrate our achievements, to encourage people to achieve, and to assist in the progress of our homeland. So the Urhobo Progress Union has come to stay. In Nigeria, it is the first social-cultural organization that was ever formed, the very first in Nigeria. And in the whole of Africa, we are the second only to the African National Congress, ANC. So we are a very old organization, and what I can say here and now is that the Urhobo people have made progress wherever they have gone. Whatever the profession, in politics, even here in the UK, our people are there. In education, our people are there. In medicine and the health services, our people are there. Just name the profession and we can give you a full list. Even the legal profession, we have many lawyers and barristers of Urhobo extraction that are practicing here in the United Kingdom. And of course, back home in our homeland, Urhobo people are excelling in very many different walks of life. So yes, we are very proud to be Urhobo. We are very proud to be Urhobo. And at the present time here in the United Kingdom, we are very united, very united. And that is something we celebrate. But because we are united, our numbers are growing rapidly, we need a base of our own, just like we have in Nigeria, where they ensured that in order for our people to be educated, the very first secondary school that was established in Urhobo land was established by the Urhobo Progress Union, and it was named Urhobo College. Urhobo College is still there till today. And there they sent people to come to study in the UK. We have somebody like the late Ejiro. He came along with one other on UPU scholarship. And they came to study, one in Durham and the other at Cambridge. And these people, after their studies, went back to Nigeria, and they were the first principal and vice principal of Urhobo College in Efru.
Wow.
We have to celebrate these people. And since that time, a lot of other initiatives have been put in place. At the present time, we have a secretariat that is in Okere, in Warri, the meeting point of our people. And now in recent times, if you go home, then don't miss Ubiamuge in Agbaro. You will see the big, magnificent building there, which is the Urhobo Cultural Center, Urhobo House. And of course, in recent times, only last year, we started the initiative to have the Okugbe Microfinance Bank. All these aimed at progressing the Urhobo nation. And so here in the UK, we are taking our example, our cue, from what is happening back home as well. We are very many numbers, and therefore, we have started a very ambitious program of wanting to develop our own property that we shall call Urhobo House. And we have set up committees, the Urhobo House Committee, which worked very hard to launch the Urhobo House Initiative last August 2022. We have also set up another committee to draw up a business plan, because now that we are registered with Company House, we need proper structures in place to ensure that when we finally realize this dream of the Urhobo House project, that it will be well managed in order that posterity of the Urhobo people in the UK will benefit from what we are doing today. And I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be president of the Urhobo Progress Union in the UK at this time. The challenges are there, but we are equal to the task. And I can confirm that all the executives that were elected to work with me, they are all equal to the task. We have all worked together now for 3 years, and everybody knows that our policy is that of absolute transparency, absolute, that our intention is for the Urhobo people. Hence, within this place, we also have the Urhobo school, because we can't allow our language to become extinct. And so we have the Urhobo school where both young and old register to learn our language. So my people, thank you very much for this opportunity for us to talk. I'm prepared to answer as many questions as the time allows.
Thank you, President. Thank you, President. You see, you've answered 90% of my questions tonight, but I'm going to come in one way or the other for those of you who don't know who we are, that is a unique lecture, and where he's a teacher, so you can understand. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I cannot thank you more. That you've been able to tell us who we are, where we are coming from, because it's very historic. And I say two things, sir. We, as a people, were the first in Nigeria to come up and form a body called the Urhobo Brotherly and now Urhobo Progress Union. Way older than Nigeria. And what shocks me now is the organization in the UK, which you are the president, is actually older than Nigeria itself. Because Nigeria gained independence in 1960. You've been existing before then. Kudos, and I want to thank those who made this to work. And I'm going to come back to so what I really wanted to ask before is, you talked about it a little, but in very short ways again, what would you say is the core aim of setting up this organization? Because the word Progress Union, what would you say is the core aim? Because this is the government, and because I want my audience to understand. When we talk, we are a nation of people. We are an ethnic nation, yes, but we're still a nation. We have our president, we have our leadership. What is our leadership aiming to achieve from time to time, so that we, as your subject, we know how to key in? It is important because the word I always hear, sir, is we are a social-cultural group. And that is a little bit confusing. You cannot have anything social without element of politics and all that. So, and economic is always sometimes lacking. Social-cultural, economic, and political is always thrown away. So that brings me to the very difficult question is, what has this organization, which is the Urhobo Progress Union, what as the government, I don't like to call it an organization, I want to call it as the government of Urhobo Nation, what are they aiming to achieve from time to time?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When we come together in unity, when we sing from the same hymn sheet, we are able to plan the progress of our people. What we want is that our people will achieve and that progress will come to our land. You are very right. No organization can exist without some element of politics. Perhaps you should know that back in Nigeria, in the days of the Western region, the first representative of our area, which was not restricted to Urhobo, but included the Undokwa, the Isoko, the Ichekiri, the Ijo, was the late Chief Mukoromowo. He was our representative. In order that we will have a voice in government, he was encouraged to do that. And if you read the bylaws of the Urhobo Progress Union UK, you find that we offer political, economic, and social direction to the Urhobo nation in national, states, and local matters affecting the Urhobo interest. And it's important we know that.
Okay.
2 years ago, we were at the Urhobo Congress in Obiamuge in Agbaro, back in Urhobo land. And we had an economic summit. Economic summit. Now, you would also have known that only recently, towards the end of last year, we had the flood disaster in Nigeria. It affected our people. And here in the UK, we have a committee for home development. We came together with the presidents of all the kingdoms, all Urhobo kingdoms here in the UK, and we agreed that we needed to help. Now, some suggestions have come that rather than buy food items or clothing to distribute to people, we need to be mindful of the fact that truly our people lost a lot of their farmlands. We were then able to reach out to a guy who is high up, an Urhobo man, who is high up in the agricultural industry with the federal government of Nigeria. And he has now told us to identify the crops that are grown in those places and we can actually purchase a trailer load of that to distribute to the people in these affected areas. So there's a lot that we stand to achieve if we come together. Yes, you talk about politics. Prior to the political parties having their primaries, the Urhobo Progress Union set up a committee to interview all the aspirants for governorship election in Delta State. Now, granted that all the aspirants are Urhobo and there's no non-Urhobo among them, we therefore do not take a position. Otherwise, if there was someone who was not Urhobo, then we will take a position and say we stand behind our own candidate. Yes. So that is politics. Every human being on its own is a politician. What we do in our families, there is politics. So there's no way, although we say we are a social, cultural organization to promote our culture, but the politics is part of it that we cannot remove. So yes, we have that even in our bylaws, and therefore we are not shying away from the fact that we get involved by way of encouraging people. That's why in this country, you would know that during the pandemic, we had a lot of webinars where we were talking about health, teaching our people how to look after themselves. And in fact, when the vaccine was developed, with all the conspiracy theories that accompanied it, we were able to convince our people that it is the right way to go. Recently, we had people from the Metropolitan Police talking to us about the opportunities in the police force so that we can encourage our people, our young people, to actually apply to join the police force in this country. So we are doing all kinds of things that are so important to bring our people together, to encourage them to achieve. We have held seminars that will teach people about the politics of the UK in order that they know how to get into it without shying away from it. When I was still in active service in education, one of the things that we did was also to ensure that those of our people who were in education, that we brought them together. And that for me was very important, because I should not be in the position I held, leave, and there is no Urhobo person that is going to progress his career in that direction. So yes, the UPU stands to give to our people the kind of voice, the kind of rallying point that we would otherwise not have. Of course, you know that for each of the 24 kingdoms, there is a king. But the UPU is the umbrella organization.
Thank you, sir.
We have a lot of other organizations, the Urhobo Social Club, the Urhobo Renaissance Society, the Urhobo Historical Society. All these ones are there, but they operate under the auspices of the Urhobo Progress Union.
Wonderful, sir. In fact, this is I'm happy that you're breaking it down. I'm getting it. And those people who are young, who are confused, will be thinking, oh, what is this union? That's why I really want to start with that, because I'm going to let other people come in. But very important for me, sir, is another critical thing. For me, like I said, if you allow me to call that the UPU is the government, like we have the federal government of Nigeria, the government of Great Britain, the UPU is the government of Urhobo Nation. If that is the case, then please, could you tell us a little bit about the structure of this government? Because that is what confused me. When a government is set up and they have different ministries, then there is, because if you say our aim is, for instance, to achieve banking or getting people into politics, getting them into health, do you have, is the organization or is the government structured in such a way that they have various people assigned to do this job, or as you set up committees? How is the government set up, sir? That is one important thing I think we really need to look at, or if it's not there.
Well, there's a lot in the constitution of the Urhobo Progress Union. Notice that I say constitution. The Urhobo Progress Union has only one constitution. And what we have governing us here in the UK is the bylaws, because the Constitution is binding.
Okay.
And the Constitution provides that elections will be conducted every 3 years. And a President General worldwide is elected.
Okay.
So technically, the President General is my boss. I report to him at headquarters. And there, beyond the President General, there are different officers. So there's a secretary, there's a publicity secretary, there is a welfare officer, there is the women leader, there is the youth leader. All these people are there. And then there are committees set up with people that have the expertise in different areas. So for instance, when we're looking at the Economic Forum, and we had the desire to improve agriculture in the land, it was the professors, Urhobo, professors of agriculture in Urhobo land, that were invited to form themselves into a committee in order that they can teach us and advise how we are going to progress our farming in Urhobo land. When we thought about, I haven't mentioned the fact that there's a plan for us to establish a university in Urhobo land, the Mokoro Mowo University. Again, there's a committee of education experts that are working on that at the moment. I already mentioned the Okugbe Microfinance Bank. We have experts in the finance industry who have come together in Urhobo land, all under the direction of the President General. And those people are all working very hard. The good thing is that people are very happy to identify as Urhobo. And because they are happy to identify as Urhobo, when they are called to serve, they happily do so. So at the present time, that is a structure. But we have branches. And so from time to time, all the branch presidents come together to look at and review the programs that UPU has, so that we in the UK, we are part of what is happening back home in Urhobo land. And of course, within Europe itself, we have decided not to be in isolation. So we have a forum of the UPU leaders in Europe, where we meet to also review what's happening back home and to agree what we can do from Europe in order to assist what is happening back home. So the structure is very straightforward, and there's accountability, because at the end of every year, we are there at the Congress and the annual report is given, and we have the opportunity to ask questions and to make suggestions. And these conferences are attended by people from all professions, including the politicians.
Wonderful. So, President, that's very important, because as you were talking, what my next question actually pops in, because you said, when in your analysis, you did make mention of what the Urhobo Progress Union, the founding fathers, what they were able to achieve, how they managed to send somebody to school, how they created Urhobo College and all that. So, and now, I'm sure at that time they had their challenges and they set up the school to meet up those challenges. So it's good to hear when you now let us know that there's plan on the way to now have a university, which is something I was going to challenge you on. Because if the founding fathers were able to form a college, what have we been doing to date? Now it's good to know that there's a plan on the way to set up a university, and there's also a plan on the way to set up a bank. Could you please brief us a little bit on some of these key 21st century initiative that is out there right now to actually take Urhobo? Because when they set up this organization, I'm sure they have a plan, they have a challenge, they deal with that. Today, the challenges of Urhobo Nation is more than that. We have the issues of, I don't want to go into security, that is government issue, but truth be told, sir, Urhobo is marginalized. We are 5th in population, but we are not really recognized as 5th in population in Nigeria. Maybe even that was an issue that still really bothers me. I don't want to go into the issue of our capital being in Asaba when we are supposed to have the capital at the center of the town. So all that one, these are petty challenges. They look petty, but they are very serious challenges. Now, economically, the Urhobo community, we are behind. I cannot identify one developed city in Urhobo Nation. Just to mention a few, I'm just trying to identify one or two. And whereas we are people, we are one of the oil producing communities in Nigeria, nation in Nigeria. I don't like the word community. We're a nation in Nigeria. We have nothing to show for it. A state capital we don't have. We fight for, in terms of representation, I'm not sure Urhobo is well represented at the National Assembly. So, and this not part of those things that the UPU, the current UPU should be working on in terms of the 21st century, because the people that formed the UPU, the government then, were able to give us a school and all that. I'm happy to, really tonight, I'm so excited to hear that the plan is on the way to have a university and the bank. But how about other areas? I'm sure Mowo in their time fought for representation at a higher level within the government of Nigeria. What are the plans in place in the 21st century, sir?
I think you need to understand that representation does not mean just politics. But you also need to appreciate the fact, that the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is an Urhobo man. Senator Omar Agege is an Urhobo man.
Yes, sir.
You need to recognize that and celebrate that as well. When you talk about marginalization, then I beg to disagree, because if you go to different departments in the whole country, there will be hardly a department at both national and state levels where you don't find Urhobo people in senior positions. Wasn't David Ejiro in his time the Chief of Army Staff? Wasn't General Aziza, wasn't he a very prominent person in the army and in the governance of states?
He was.
How about General Bada?
Yes.
We have Urhobo people everywhere. We need to celebrate that. So when you talk about we not having a state headquarters, yes, we don't. Remember that we have our neighbors, and we've got to live in peace with our neighbors. And if we have our state headquarters in Asaba, what's wrong with that? But going to Asaba, who are the key people running the major departments in Asaba? But all the nations in Nigeria, have they not been clamoring for restructuring? And in their clamoring for, are they all Urhobo? Of course not. But that is because people are fed up with the governance of the country as a whole. So that's not just a problem of Urhobo. People are crying, let us restructure the country, because the vast majority of people believe that they have been marginalized. That is why those cries. But we are driving the country from different directions. We are.
Okay, sir.
And it's the same thing I say. There are many Nigerian lawyers in this country, many Nigerian doctors. Why are we so many here? It's because we are making a statement to the Nigerian government. We have recognition where we are.
Yes.
And our people also have recognition where they are. But we need the governance, not only of Urhobo, but of the whole country, to be such that people, like in the days of old, will go abroad and wish to return to play a major part in the government of the country. Thank you, sir. Let us not be discouraged.
Okay.
Let us not be discouraged. Right. The time is coming. The time is coming, and possibly in our lifetime.
Yes. Good. So, and sir, that is very important. Sometimes my job is to ask some difficult questions. I'm going to ask this one again, and I'm going to because a lot of people are waiting on the platform. They want to ask questions. I'm sure they want to jump in. And thank you, Joseph. Joseph said, I say, Urhobo, just an analysis. A good analysis and revolution by the president Ogba. That is a good one, sir. But let me ask this, sir. It's two questions. Now that you said our places in society are okay, I'm not going to dispute that, but I have some reservation. But let's go to 2023. There's an election coming up in Nigeria. The good news is 90% or if not 100% of the people on the ballot, they are your citizens, they are your subjects. They are from Urhobo Nation. What is the plan in place by the UPU to constructively engage with the new governor to bring development to the Urhobo Nation? I beg to argue again that I can look around the whole of the Urhobo Nation and I'm looking for the one single developed city. I can't find it. Really, they're struggling. Sapele used to be the hub of Nigeria, dead. Warri, where we were producing all the good things, gone. So today, I'm wondering if we have our own share in Nigeria. If we don't go into that, we are lucky to have an Urhobo son to become the next governor. What is the plan we have in place by the governing body of Urhobo Nation to engage? Because there are two things happening, two different bodies here. There's a government of us, our government, who's only going to fight for us, and the son who's going to begin and fight for the state or Nigeria. It means that it will be the duty of our own government to liaise or partner with the government of Nigeria to bring in good things to us. So my question is, what plans are in place, or should we be thinking of, so that we can gain well?
Thank you. We start with the present dispensation. Under the present dispensation, you would know that just before the elections last month, the President General worldwide, Chief Moses Tiger, he led a delegation to lobby the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do know that we have major issues. We cannot say that we don't have thriving cities in Urhobo land. You're right when you said Sapele used to thrive, Warri used to thrive. But remember that the Nigerian Port Authority was there in Warri and was there in Sapele, so that provided a lot of employment, and suddenly we are now struggling. Remember that Shell BP was in Warri, and because of the perceived oppression, they moved their headquarters from Warri. That was bound to affect our nation. Remember that we had the Delta Steel Company. Again, there are problems there. Remember that in Sapele we had the ATMP. Now, there is currently a lobby group that is designed to ensure that they engage with not just the state government alone, but with federal government, in order that these very important aspects, the MPA, the ATMP, that they return to what they used to be. Well, at the present time, we know that the election is coming up. There is no way we cannot engage, because that's what we know to do, and that's what we've always done. That is why at every Congress, the governor of the state is made to attend, to tell us how he has responded to our request of the previous Congress. But throughout the year, these meetings take place. Throughout the year, we try to ensure that the governor is fully informed of our plight. But while we are celebrating the fact that the next governor is going to be Urhobo, let us remember that we are good people. And the constitution of the UPU is so clear that we would live in harmony with our neighbors. We are not going to be going there as UPU to determine that everything comes to Urhobo land. No, what we want is our fair share of development, fair share. We don't want to outwit the Undokwa or the other people in Delta State. No, let everybody get what is due to them. then we will be satisfied.
Yes,
but
sir.
we are able to make suggestions to government. For instance, there's no way we are going to have the Urhobo University without engaging with government, because government will have to approve it anyway.
Yes.
At the present time, the only thing stopping the microfinance bank is because we are waiting for approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria. So yes, there is this constant engagement in the different facets of life with government, and will continue to do so.
All right. That's a very good one, sir. I'm going to come back to you when it comes to the economy of the Urhobo Nation, because I'm happy there was an economic summit, and I really want to talk about that. And I want to talk about the funding of the UPU. But because the platform is flooded already, let me allow these people to ask their question, because they're going to give me a big slap right now. So I'm going to let me welcome you guys. You're welcome to the show. We are with the president here. Your president, my president, is with us. And I'm going to let the first person, actually, the first two questions, I'm going to take it from the UK, because they are right here in London with us. So I'm going to take the first question from Godwin. Godwin, if you have anything to say or contribute to our president, you are more than welcome now. Over to you, sir. And
Urhobo.
Go on, sir.
Urhobo Mena.
Urhobo.
Urhobo Mena.
Urhobo.
Urhobo.
President General UPU. Mekatani, congratulations on the time. But Tavo a tie right Mekata. One must a separate mawa ni government.
I think they've done that.
Because Wabes Urhobo be separate my UPU be separate my ni government. A problem cardia always. You boy obesa was starting UPU. Or if you politics or do you have or pick your dale Urhobo. Oborobo Obaro. Ona oneti. Now what they wasa Overa walk on or dale where what I walk on all the work over. Or you both see the agenda. Agenda, wo worry. Don't let it be more than 3-point agenda. What your brain because Obuwo say rule. Or you want to go say rule. And what the big say no what no torture. Era chona mi say wo. Therefore, who is a men will achieve where he goes now. A way like I was simple man. Is a new your first priority should be Obuose Kurobe Jekugbe. Was any eternal politics or crassa? Why was a more robovo? Why they put your political aspiration aside? We walk out there, chaos, and then you read your book. Wolf you my way a political party vote or not there. So, you can offer the why was it? A moment, why was it? A pack of me, why was it? That's number 2. Then number 3, it goes to Ubaro. Akpa support because it's support to or complex mamo. It's a place support to feel what report to now or complex. They are meant no complex because if federal government carry an state dredge uriena and then the owner a carry an data state is a penu but organizing rule or more this is Tobaro. Others are the chairman NBA or one of the directors of NBA. Miunas are chief goes trainer. So Obuas empower Emo Rubo. Teyateshari is in level poverty now. Because what you just take go and work or via voter rupo. The remote what you go anywhere will go throughout the villages. What may level politician carry on ye for the past more than 20 years, and I empower workers and we community for workers and me jede, mami jede, no ne mami jede, we community jede for Odiane or really from really worry for the past 20 years, I say, so because organic we roro. It's a Urhobo in Wedia soon was achieve where audit about their nera, audit about their nene agenda where we're going to work Urhobo. Organic Chokosu will say, don't play politics. Me politics in here.
Okay. Thank you so much.
To sponsor where the entire the way or you waiting audio dog sponsor when not you waiting. Thank you, because Mamoko,
yes,
I would we get the Urhobo present Mamote Uyuminefe. So all you put me go nota me forcing the
and I think the president they've been very careful not to associate with anybody. Politically, it's going to respond to that. But President, as you are responding to that, I have a question of our back over, and that is coming from Joseph on the platform. He just sent the question in. He said, "I hope."
Hello.
We are with you, sir. I hope the Muwo University will be sited in a suitable central location in the heart of Urhobo land. That is one question coming in already.
Hello, Daddy Chris.
We are not, you will not talk. When it's your time to talk, I will give you, sir. So Godwin have asked a question, President will respond first. So over to you, President.
Wakobilu, Mamo. Godwin, you're going to the now.
Hey, Godwin, yes.
Because following of where Obomi virus are to tell that they are not of Lenetin and they are moving Urhobo. A Tari job in our Tanakbari. Tanakbari. Other than Minyobolota. Other valley Cafone equally government take a sweet UPU. Je. Other than I make with UPU. Other valley Sane. Oko Urhobona. I'm your Tanana and other de Urhobo. Obo Womla Waka was you vote to. I like a vocal of when I will vote to care. Javaje Guanon, a governor, Koirma Swavare, or the chair, a governor, or Radio Urhobo, or Radio Urhobo, or Iloravaje, or Borobolu Pobarov, Koya, JJ. Jiwa Cavario be UK Bone. Otalu welu robona. Oyove wa obrawake mukban yovi. Wublenana. Other than Cramelo Kurobo, manager. Awai motala uwe narumayo kiliwole. Je. Owewe. Onwe ofaga gaiche webelo kubelu robo. Wobone. Owe mwelo kworo bavule. Onhorani kinyodo robo oilo. Asokevana. Ikwejo bi kugbe and oyemoma were okavare. So wosho awa wo ma bi ikwoli Urhobo Europe eje. Awa je ta na ubi ota awa ka wakpo bunwe. No that an interference yelo ni governor awa ko interfere with the affairs of Urhobo land. Na wa selo. Awa gono yina. Awa gono ne awo ke kavale kyobo ikwole esaraba letwa ukoko na yo borai on right twavio sena okugbebo Urhobo awa wuru of tota on right twavio sena Urhobo bone owo pobalo so etana water ejo bi na ogbare and akava ruru then okwoche konole na ka Urhobo oye ke mai mukoromo university awa gonna tell university kawaire ke mo yo Urhobo yo tola evele Urhobo Oh, you can
I
hear
never
you.
have
What then
Urhobo. I don't have your own.
Hey, what then Urhobo na? Well, then he devil Akbar or Central Urhobo. Eti aye wie Urhobo Cultural Center na biyo. And kasakasa wona cha Urhobo na. Akbar welete. Ora di bebra wona cha. Ora di bugelio. Ora di book ba yellow babrakao. Akbar welete. So walk your for a ko jilolo. Emile ugogole mula wa gona to Urhobo. Eke mo you kele viele Urhobo. Echa memleta yeli.
In fact, I'm impressed. For those of you who are just joining us, this is a town hall meeting with me tonight. Is the president of Urhobo Progress Union, United Kingdom, Chief Ejiro Ugwhujabo. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm going to bring in another expert, other Urhobo Mamerobo, but he's a barrister. Barrister Solomon is going to come in and throw in his weight, and I know he always has some questions. Solomon, please take it easy with our president. Over to you, sir. Barrister, are you there? Your phone is mute. Oh, do you know that they didn't hear me? For those, they might not hear me. Anyway, I'm going to bring in Barrister Solomon. Barrister, I'm sure you guys were not hearing me in the group because I mute my phone. I'm going to bring in Barrister Solomon to come in. Come in, Barrister. Like I said, Barrister, take it easy. President is here. Over to you, Barrister. Okay, it's like Barrister is busy somewhere. It's strange because he's always very active. I'm going to move on to the next person. Anytime I have Barrister Solomon, I'll bring him in. Because the reason I want to bring the two of them in, they are here in the United Kingdom. So I wanted to start with those of us here before I bring in other people. Not that I'm discriminating you guys. All right, I'm going to move on quickly. Sonny, Pastor Sonny, are you there? I know you were hitting on me before. I'll give you a chance to ask President a question. Hey, Solomon, you're here. Okay, now the two people come at the same time. Okay, Solomon. Sonny, could you wait? Let Barrister.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Barrister, go on. We wait for. Go on, Barrister.
Oh, you like Naru
Align you with them, Barrister. Align you with them. Barrister, we can hear you. What a pity.
Can you hear me now, please?
We can hear you very well, sir.
Urhobo Wado. Osuku Seke. Just Najatari or Anu Suku Seke.
No. President is in the house. President is in the house.
Omoru Yorise Sotukoko. If okay, China, why we work a queer United Kingdom of Bonamneria. Chief Ejiro Ugwhujabo. Also, Wekobecha. I like the way you above. Where our men they know now. Walk by my way, when you papa with boo, papa sansa will leave Urhobo. Where I will replug of you, Mamma. Also, no blue wavy York away.
He said,
Kenao Robomeg Mary. Urhobo de Wawa. Iki news on that memo. Ugo Wapo Buko, Obopa or your wa, Obo country, Ugo Wombre, or Wapo Buko, Betty Pederacona. Major Ganaga now Yamori, boy, Yamrami. Oh,
there, Solo. The Barrister, Kevin said, Barrister Solomon, I always wait patiently for your contribution. Go Go on,
Okay,
sir.
Kevin.
Hey.
Me forget onyo
No,
bikesa.
hey, Kevin is Abuja.
Onyo bikesa me forget onyo bikesa. Eyami yo baro Urhobo. Oya mai kono jobi hona wi yo. Gicha ko iti no na ba. Okay now ojoma ya shire ganore kede wo fa jeri iji ku die bu fi kai mo. Ole phone ari okiraye. Pre ko mi ke fre ina momena. Ekuyere usigegede aware. Chief Ejiro Ugwhujabo. Me kono no we na novo. Ekutole na live na oya maybe United Kingdom Cuba Jero Ibo. Bumika no we na kona. Bebu kwa na Romaru koke na. Did you all tane was on you boy your nail on a corn? Am I with Urhobo? If we go to I'm maybe a data statue boy or the other president rule or one now where we were Chief Ugwhujabo. Rave book blow what the Evra Agba Nariena. Yene Waka the Tijo. Dio was on you boy on a corn. I will be Bawa in Mamma will be no correct. I'm maybe a United Kingdom on a corner. I will be put Urhobo. What's on you boy of Walker? Me started in the time if I die, came later. Me you win.
Barrister. Well,
Barrister. Barrister.
No.
Ona won nole. Woriere no. Wo me karion egbupu igure soso. Egwonojo ibo. Egbupu igure soso. Oye omokradi ule lokwo we vloro na. Ora diano kugbe lo. Obere mamo. Lese wolu gogolemu. Eke vovo egbupu irare. La Bible wona. Awavi committee sasa ma. Of Osui committee na is Committee for Home Development. Jowame karione ublele bukbe rana. Oyo rario ganari woshte. Agbesaya yevu kegbe jirole obole kelu kide aroveni kwokoko. Ere osiobono kwona. Keti oya mekireku woburobo. Oya mejo tanana ina mewokuna. Awaji se bojabo bone. Odobo na menade ku kobo ojara merokulu ko ya wali abonere obuwe metana. Asokevana Urhobo United Kingdom. I see a coco. Etole 1,000 ligolo bone ikwioli. Krobo mejetana na ye. Aka jilolo vere na demularia vi nwule kwa viyo worikwoli kpobi kampu. Eke vovo evleni kampu kpole. Jike ada demularia wokai. Emunakele. Ada diwukai. Odoje blavere. Eke vovo. Ada kaye kako. Kidia menawo kuna gwoge kako le waneje. Ada ka igbe midaka. Veka ke fara cowboy. No na ko me yori. Ilole na. Ko ya wari vaitiena. Javade jike kpona urobejo bijike nyo. Juomeje karione okele kwa jovia. Litwi bunegbu. Laivo honli kwa wari obu welu. Oke vo ebera vai si yuewe. Wajimle. I will be Vanguard. I did review Urhobo voice. So, but make one out Urhobo. Or Chavarielo. Ilolo now you quit a bijana. Je crois que méje tawo pa kwa na ono na so. E pu yo wari Solomon Ibarista méje go no wafuge. Walk have we that decrease. Okay, we number me. Me vo wa jilolo buko. Kide committee sa sana. Abada mroko la wari no se ruluene. Abai wi awiyo. Yare. Worine na bai wia. Urhobo. Ola bai kweje. Urhobo of Wovo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And maybe this is the time, and we want to chip in here that there's a fundraising attempt at the moment for those people that the flood victim, which President just mentioned. I announced it on this program at one time when I hosted the vice president, if you guys remember. So the fundraising is still on there, because if we make that money up to 20,000 pounds, and that becomes 20 million almost, and that makes it will make a bigger impact. So I think we will want to come to the end of the show. We should be talking a little bit about that. But let's get on with it. I don't know, Solomon, are you ready to lead president? Because the good thing is, this is the president for you. He's ready to work with everybody. God bless you, sir. God bless you for your humility, and thanks for understanding. Solomon, if you don't have anything, I'm going to move on to Asad Bishop. But if you have one question, I will allow you, Solomon. Barrister, quick one.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you very much. Okay, quickly. So I'm not going to bring in Bishop Ame from Italy. Now we've been in United Kingdom. Let's get to Italy. Bishop, take it easy with us, sir. Bishop Whitey, let's have Sonny first. You be the one. Sonny, Pastor Sonny, let's go.
Daddy Chris, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Also, Okakulo, Ejiro Ugwhujabo. Mamo. Ano Roche Kiruko. Before you whether they are sorry. Urhobo Mediaga. Ota Midi will make one out. I said is that Onogu Urhobo Diobuko Mamo. Urhobo Sheikh Buko Mamo. And I Guaniquo, even productive mindy. Obey your belo very, you be in obey your belo very, Cairo Malone, a choice, cook Bubalu. Why am I going? All out the body and I diagram very, I say, Robo, we very. Or I go no say reunion. Or I go no say we. What I'm learning, Ologu. Yoba. I occupy Ogonani London and I coca the body of Yoba Bona. What a Pobone Yoba in London. And it didn't eradicate information. I took Okuko. I'm Media Coco. Urhobo organization of Media Kaye. Information. What out of our office in IUPU in London now? Wouldn't you kill them? Urhobo, you to Urhobo. Yes, and we are planning. Who was your born information at the to boom when you boom? Equal with Canada, equal with Casa Jobi. What I'm laying. Obey Sak Paolo Pobalo. Obey and Yakube information. Devil, Ibrume YDSC, Urhobo that be DSC. One lawyer company roof will lead in data to Urhobo Bobana. If we Shakiri, if we do, I tomo Mayuko, or in a right visiting. Yoba, I occupy the NPC. But Urhobo, I am equally the office. Kyle office, I na. Kaiwonya Urhobo bia, Kaiwo ya fet Urhobo. O inaye dialoma bla obla osetinana. Okwo lo di office Urhobo, occupy office Urhobo, occupy office government all in your winya kurobo uburu but kwa babo mede gwo no nwe ina riyo be mevwa wale na onye di amelare obomegwo no be was that minyori waka be UPU house in London one launch go ina ye program wo wenwe ada bunwe nanu also kparobo gbenu gbanada ka bo keko event center ada bolu keke karma ha ya okiko didi program wo wenwe onogu ada bunwe nanu Urhobo koke dime i program wo wenwe koke neruwe na dime na lo pigo ya tutana odomori go wa project yi asamble ni Urhobo kamle buge kyo bamli Yoruba buge kyo bamli Hausa buge kyo bamli Igbo buge aje mi jo buge now obi national obi war na na but Urhobo ri number 5 oku wa bo bugire didi program wo wenwe okiku Urhobo oto pa Urhobo penu kamle ne Urhobo ko gime Urhobo ko meja ede si chat in Nigeria ke ji Urhobo ona question mi wori onogu kokobiro
wakobiro mama ta wota na ejo bi vere mama wori yota okwo Urhobo da dia sa fo ni gini o si kwo Urhobo fa boma asoke wa na bobone aiwe I program ramle ne ikosa aisa di obi Nigeria jai gwoni ruo bone maru ora di ebe ikwe di ruinosi yere kwe ru teacher club water information yena awa ekpobunwe jo measure yena obuwe na 24 kingdoms ajegbane ekwotu jegbane na aje obone la yerana ai kwigo buebu work equal event center rider saboma awade uwe Urhobo uwe rabare oreve obole kwabare okeruemu kasofarara iskulu Urhobo awaibo bonena asawade ruo awai kusayo awade uwe rabare awai webedia li school Urhobo je ogwa kokola awai jibo bone nukpe fiukpena okpigo oya kwa okikwo abade waware onoraware jikobo watana aje sabuwe na wogwonigo wojo iboli event center senodari ani timetable ikwaware edesi timetable okerikwo 24 kingdoms now Roma voga function all the way through the year edesi you know then we open up to the general public Javari yani koko Urhobo na President General obueli worldwide no riobone owasa Urhobo de ke koko lede ke dedo koina obegwelwe okolobuwewi echeyoba wode weloro gaga wo beruvovo wo chere muovo okevo wo wasa fa kwota ni biko okwosa radio nana omeraje kwa kwosa kebe agwa womnigo laje oba wo chere kwa wariko okay, na leo chebe kwa wiawo ke abali Urhobo na oreve inidi abara ka ovukono war macholigo kidego kadiekpo so ilo la wai bolije odilo na katalo muletio metana na wai committee ma a business planning committee. They will come out with their proposals and the Urhobo community here will approve of it. Then we will implement.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, I'm going to remind those people just joining us. We are in a town hall meeting. The President General of Progress United Kingdom is right here on the platform. He's been answering questions, and if you have anyone, you can please put so. If you want to join us, you can actually phone in. I know the line is busy now. You can phone in on +44 7459 071747. Normally I send out the video link so people can join. I know somebody want to join, but I wasn't very comfortable with the lighting in this place, so in a place I couldn't put that in. But you can join the program anytime by joining via the video link. But I keep it because so that we have time to talk to President. So I restrict the number of people in the room. President, before I bring Bishop in, I have a very important question. Today, Nigeria, because so that I don't get lost. I know they forgive me, but let me just throw this question. Today, Nigeria, sir, people are clamoring for restructuring of the Urhobo of Nigeria. If I dare say that maybe Urhobo need restructuring in 3 important areas, which I identify here. When I talk about the elections of our president, the way we elect people, Nigeria had this, what do they call it? There was the challenge of Nigeria where they were talking of the indirect primaries and all that. Direct and indirect primaries. And we were all looking for direct primaries. During the past election of the UPU, which I followed well, they were able to maneuver it, if you allow me to say, because it was indirect. If we were allowed to vote for the President General of UPU, maybe we'll have more say in who actually takes over that office. That is one. Number 2, I talk about the viability of the union. Sir, it is a shame that we come from the richest nation on earth. Urhobo is about one of the most blessed nations on earth. I cannot think of anything we don't have. But sometimes we don't have even enough resources to take care of our immediate needs. Our kings sometimes have to go, they're waiting for the government to pay them, which is okay. But it's a saying that he who plays the piper dictates the tune. So it makes our king to be independent. They are looking for, sometimes the treatment is not that right. And it's because we are not making money. Perhaps, would it not be right if you begin to think of how to make money like you rightly started now? If we have Urhobo House, then we can start to use it for ourselves and also use it to make money. Maybe the 21st century should not be thinking of how to make money. So the UPU, the bank we're trying to have, and the college should be geared towards making money so that we can be rich as a people. And there's nothing wrong if Urhobo UPU create wealth for us. I'm just talking, sir. Then the final one is the structure of the governance. Perhaps I try to compare UPU, and I really want them to understand that UPU is the government of Urhobo Nation. It's wrong to say it's our APES organization. No, it's the government of Urhobo Nation, meaning they have a big responsibility to create wealth, represent us in all aspects, and meaning I expect the UPU to have ministries run by ministers, and so that they can actually go and do the work. And most important, sir, a UPU as it is now, the president is not paid, the ESCOs are not paid, so they do it on part-time. But this is a full-time job, because with the amount of resources in Urhobo Nation, if the president resume work Monday to Friday, he will be making more money than we can ever think about. Like you rightly said, if they come to resume office one day, they resume, sometimes they don't even resume at all. The president sometimes is in Lagos. And this restructuring, don't you think because you are in the UK, I'm happy you did say it right. Other than Nigeria, the next one is the United Kingdom. We are next. So I'm putting this issue of restructuring to you, sir. Maybe UPU restructuring is long overdue, if I dare say so, sir.
Thank you very much. I think that you're very right in all the things you said. You do appreciate that the election practice in the UK here is the direct voting. Once you're a registered member, you're paying your dues fully, then you're eligible to vote. And so we are not into the delegate structure that took place in Nigeria. As for manipulation, I personally did not see manipulation, so I cannot comment on that because I didn't. I sat right in front, and my delegates from the UK will tell you that I told them to vote according to their conscience. I wasn't going to dictate how people voted because we all listened to the candidates speak to us at the same time. So those issues, remember that no system is static. No system is static. The kind of suggestions you are making, they're valid suggestions. What I can say to you is that I'm going to take this to the forum of UPU Europe leaders, and we will take it to the executives back home in Nigeria. Yes, you are very right. If the UPU has a system whereby our leaders are paid, then the commitment will be much greater and we'll be able to achieve far more. Again, I identify with that suggestion because every year we'll go to the place. 2 years ago, Chief Goody Ibru came to give us a lecture, all Urhobo people, about wealth creation. So those initiatives are there. Goody Ibru gave us a wonderful speech, and there was a lot of discussion around wealth creation. But I think more often than not, at the end of Congress, to your turn to Israel, everybody goes their own ways. So yes, those are suggestions that are valid, that I think I need to discuss with the leaders from Europe, and then we can take it to the leaders worldwide.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, in fact, we are anybody that is not here is missing a lot. And the good thing is this is recorded. So if you're missing a lot tonight. Bishop, I have no more patience for you. I'm going to bring in something in. Are you ready? I'm bringing something. Something is in Europe. Something you're in France. Talk to daddy. Make it brief, son. Are you there, something? Because I did call something on time. What I'm doing is I'm using the order of seniority. Go on, sir. Go on.
Hey. It's a part of your amigo.
Do.
But can you off your system? Something. Can you off your system? We're hearing echo right now.
Okay. Yeah. Is it okay, sir?
Better now.
Okay.
You can speak English.
But will not be too clear for me.
Don't worry. Go on, speak English. You will take a teacher.
Analyze what I really want to ask. Okay. First and foremost, thank God you are the UPU president, and a lot of questions have come and you have talked about it, but it's not fully answered. And you say you're going to take it back home to our people. I really appreciate that, sir. And number two, I will ask, because UPU is more older than Nigeria, and I've grown to know UPU. I've seen people being a UPU member when I was young, and today, I can see that UPU has not still offered us something. I would say that as a youth. Maybe as a leader, as elderly people, you have gained from UPU, but I would also tell you, the youth of today doesn't know UPU like that. They don't even know if UPU is older than Nigeria. It's not well established all over Nigeria, informed the children of Urhobo that this is UPU. It is very few people knows about UPU, very few. And some of them who knows about it because there is no development and there is no improvement and there is no unity in the 24 kingdoms. That is why you see we are falling apart. First and foremost, I will ask you as the president of the UPU of UK to please, you can go and talk to our leaders, the delegates who they elected because they did not do an election. They should try and please do something very important for Urhobo people, like what Barrister said. And I will chip in a little word of asking you as UPU leader to please, we need a national ID card as Urhobo Indians to identify us.
Thank you.
Because we have so many of our brothers in the western part of Nigeria, I have family there, in North, Europe, and everywhere. But we cannot identify ourselves. But with this identity card, we can know the numbers of people that we are, like the way they just have united themselves and bring themselves together. Let's create a unity with this identity card so that we'll know the people who are Urhobo, reborn of Urhobo, who are related to Urhobo, who are full-time Urhobo, will know where we come from and our place.
Thank you.
Then number three, are we, please, President, sir, I would like you to inform the UPU new elected president back home to find their way into the federal government power so that things can be done in Urhobo land, like other companies you people have mentioned that is liquidated now is down. DSC, then when people were working in DSC, you see as if you're in Europe, but today DSC is nowhere to be found. A lot of things has gone wrong.
But Urhobo leaders, I'm begging with this opportunity that I have to speak, that we should unite Urhobo leaders first. And as other people have said, that our leaders should not be in politics. You can be a politician, but when it comes to UPU, you keep your politics aside and let's work together as a team. And those who are in different passion of politics in Nigeria, after the elected government, they should still work as a team to build Urhobo up.
Thank you.
Because this enemy is too strong. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, this is a very good one. I'm going to add a question to that, which is a question on the platform, sir. I'm going to add that to it. It said, which is coming back to the structure of the Urhobo, of the UP. Can I just add this, sir, so that you address the truth? He said, why the elected officers are volunteers?
Yeah, we do have staff at the secretariat in Okere Road. We have paid staff. We also have some staff at Uyamuge. So those ones are paid.
Okay.
As for this guy who just spoke, is he from France?
Yes, he's from France.
I would like him to advise us at a later stage through yourself as to the leadership of UPU in France. Do they have a UPU in France? Otherwise, we will reach out to this guy who has just spoken so that we can gather the Urhobo people in France, because they are not yet working with us in the European Forum. You've made a lot of suggestions. What I can say to you, when I said that I would take things to the headquarters, it is because they are relating to the leadership at home. I'm responsible for the leadership in the UK. But the recording of this town hall meeting, I will send to the new President General so that I am in position to discuss these details with him. The fact is, I know him personally. He was the National Secretary at the time I was elected president here. He was the National Secretary of UPU Worldwide. So I do know him, and I would forward this to him, and it will be the basis of a discussion. So I'm glad that you are making these suggestions.
Wonderful. In fact, President, please, because we've been crying for, you made very, very good thing, which you said in the UK, that once you pay your dues, and then you can vote. Today, Nigeria have done something great for us. If nothing happened in this government, they did something. They did well with the NIN, the Nigerian National Identity, which gives us some kind of identity, and now people have some kind of BVN. That helps Nigeria. And that is why the issue of the ID card. So that if we have some kind of identity, being an Urhobo man, you are entitled to pay some dues. We will happily be paying. And in return, with that identity, we vote, and we can access some of the benefits which is coming. There's one or two things I will share with you tonight, President, which is happening in Delta State. I'm sure you are aware already. But these are things that are there, which we as citizens can benefit from. So I think it's very important we have true Urhobo national identity card, and it will even generate income for the body, for the government. Nigeria, before the Nigeria give you international passport, what do? You pay. And so it will help you to identify your subjects, your people in the UK, anywhere in the world. If you anywhere you are, you don't have our ID card, then you're not a Urhobo man. You made it clear. And I'm sure people will be struggling to get it. And having it comes with benefits. All right. I'm going to go with Bishop Amen. Bishop, quickly, but I'm going to host you quickly. Let's hear from you.
Hello, Urhobo Wado.
Hey.
Honorable Mayor. This is Bishop Ame. You know what I'm going to so paying. Oriogane Blue, what my peer,
Ejiro.
I live in Toronto, but presently I'm in Nigeria.
So you live in Toronto?
Yes, he lives in Toronto, Italy.
Establishment there, I will be UK now. I go nowhere, UPU in London. Meone ari ewa wodirare. Devule Urhobo tolihu Adam nomoroni ebe. Alieso garayo nure. Alieso agboyo nure. Emi tolihu mi yonomona kpinoko. Kidi egwe nanare. Eru Urhobo. Nonena agbemaye. Urhobo vevu te Yoruba. Urhobo vevu toli Ghana. Urhobo vevu Sierra. Urhobo vevu Liberia. Which I strongly believe in the regime of Barrister S.A. Camps. Noka werure. Ebiko. Other there, Honorable Woli, our Urhobo College, Devil, Eternal Wanana, Olemeva, our Urhobo University. I your Urhobo University, Ebiko. Ekwakwa Beburi Sheko. While yet Jaro was a Kevana. Our Equaqua Bubuyo. I dedicated that joy of Urhobo University of Waselu. The book pen Elkio Wana will be go Evo Bro Urhobo. O Rasa Mera Nonena Vakalitine. Ekpetirokanareke Muna. Asona Oyare Kare. Berewo Fortuna, Woke Marawusa, the Lagos speaking, Vakaitine. Madame Yikiko, a Molino Bausa, Revaka. Or then we swim everyone there. I'm making a Omotestomotek Piro. What I'm no more shy, also more take me. Your dog shy, yes, your to Tawako. We because okay, Nanamo on okay, I walk over studio, Clore, and he people call you so. It's also Kale Woli, it's all Woliwa. So we pico, honorable pico, me go to play Bukiloro. Or Walive, one or our Urhobo College. Ejiro Ugwhujabo, our Urhobo University. I declare the Urhobo Bute. I've had joking out with Borio. Oh, remember. Or they may know what in the way brave Bukiloro. Elomu, because no me over is you. Caro servo more over that also that one of the Beyajo Betitaye, Onogo Pico, Brevo Pilolo.
Thank you.
Aria Wabotana. Because it got a Bubia Urhobo. I'm supposed to move the now. Kona ye mama sare moro but I will ya wotoro bonaero. Adaka you go be tiare NPC o ye copy Urhobo. Agbe moro bo you kun of to ta kara romashi spot avare. Ebiko ye kwa voto but I ajo vetita ye. Anu kuko kwa amle no rokwero. Niyeri Urhobo wado.
Wekobilo mamo. Barrister S.A. Gams, Krobo Metare Vere. Oyi President General Asokewana. Avari Obone, ve equally Europe. Avari Megbe, ne avari Vaika Wiakube. Krobo Water na Majeta Verere, ne Ilolo, Limukoro Mowo University, e Mo Yoto. Je S.A. Gams, on Wiawa Kurobo, Already I will know Obuyamu uwe na Bokyoki te China. Ekwere se we have mamo. Joji muwelo no ta investina. Odota la wake mu onye. Oyota la wake jobi kawo bilolo. Sena se ruomye. Javari Obone, I can confirm to you that one of my manifesto pledges was that I will work with headquarters to ensure progress for Urhobo. I work with them and I stand on that pledge. As for the legacy that I would like to be remembered for, obviously everybody knows that my attitude towards life is that
That's good.
I'm very open in everything I do. I'm very transparent. I know that Ego Okrasa, which is the reason at the end of every month, we publish the financial status of the union. Already on the Metobok Basa, no, there you call me via executive small Basa. I ready to boy a cavalry. A cavalry. Ego ina. Ego UPU. Kidia UPU. Me Basana. Awade group equally ke Basa. Kawade no boy the Kagarigo. Okoda go wase Kawari for where UPU. You can only UPU Kakwaya Council. Edeke report lawyer the statement of account, it will reflect there. So, I would like to be remembered for the fact that for the period of time that I was president, Urhobo was united. And Okaroye of Voraseji, Urhobo, we already raised 15,000. In Nigeria, Urhobo, I could be. Je, me gwana ikbewe kide Urhobo inako. I muji awo kawale, laivo vya yo na bagba ngwe awo kurobona. O makoje virawale. Edelu echoe, kone rikwobo ebuka alwo, sena mnene aje wia wakurobo. So, oganeko ya aje kwewe. Miyeri.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Rufus, whoever Motamane, you go, one day the question, I will give you. You have a question, quick one.
May God bless you, sir. God will continue to bless you and your family. And now one way I could run one the devil in Urhobo is school and my parents so our plan Urhobo ni primary school with secondary school who echo to because in Urhobo na I na koya dere Urhobo na Urhobo na bi Urhobo echo to Urhobo na emevo when moto body Urhobo na to bona neto bon Urhobo ne Urhobo to body to Urhobo na so ma fe wo obi UP Urhobo our men Urhobo na primary to secondary school level so how many ma we
Thank you. So
Wakobiro mamo. Webele uyono Urhobo. Mesa avoweriene uri losu school obi Nigeria. I rove yone very korokoro ese the school. Obole why schemes of work Urhobo eji develop laire. Avari obone London avari copy schemes of work. I use miokbo me wire. Then the textbooks Urhobo eji luaire mijokbo meje ware. Obono emetobojinu garet equalio be Holland. College of Education Lobby Wali. The Department of Urhobo Language Studies, Ojetia Sokevana, Ejiro Delta State University. So people can study Urhobo up to degree level. But the reason the Department of Urhobo Language Studies in College of Education is important is because that is where they are training the teachers who will be able to implement the schemes of work, the curriculum for Urhobo studies that the government has now approved. It is the Urhobo people that develops the curriculum, and it is currently available in Urhobo land.
Thank you. In fact, President, we are more than happy.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
So I'm going to, I'm going to give her a chance to answer a question, but I'm just wondering, where do you go?
Martin,
President,
do.
Asawa yonurogu migwo.
Do.
Osa o tara mi wo migwo no tana. Utani jo bi ata jo bi na wona be asare wo kawa igbagba. But owo bi o to bo migwo no. Mi je sare understand it. Je role ri politics vi role ri UPU Urhobo. The vote Urhobo.
Oh, yo, man. Awari UPU. Awari UPU. Awari day political party. What a political party. Or what we political party where? Watch UPU. Jaka vovo. Other than o segelis wesu no to. Joko roba diana. Logwana mwekweti. Jokwafa lona safari ojegwana mwekweti. Kaware savwe Urhobo. No boleva. Unwevi. Oya goboyo. Urhobo na. Oya wa voy bailo.
Thank you, sir. So somebody making a suggestion, but I think I have one final thing to say to you, sir. I said Urhobo youth. How do we make UPU really, really relevant to them? I'm happy in the UK, you are doing a lot, which President have not really talked to us about. I got that from behind.
Daddy Chris,
yes, sir.
Daddy Chris, I haven't finished your stuff, please. If my question is...
Go on.
Because Ota said I will be submission because me hope me gonna parry Ota Taijo.
Okay, wait for time. Go on, madam.
I said because war. Also, so Ota na me Ota wa Tagwa because me rokineje mani ke je role UPU na our play that in oh honey politicians say wa gonna ye diare Urhobo. So because I Urhobo na I that to take honey the politician ko yes Urhobo abema dia Urhobo de wudia. But they come now will explain here and I may understand it. So also while na we can was for because ebisi Urhobo na dia Urhobo wa that in the idea again they be nyatobal then kabeli yo ho fa no bole ro facha ke kabe eleti work Urhobo ho Urhobo bi wunu I want to ta ose eje kwakwaye na wo then Urhobo wunu mo bora ye I don't decide ko mo bora ye Urhobo mi wo le kata me go se
the wakobilo igo otale minyolo akava bi kwawale li politics abai saiboma kidie Urhobo ya yeba abai pa Ejiro obole lu sena Urhobo wokobalo
I know we've coming towards the end of the broadcast. It's almost 2 hours on this show. You guys will agree with me. We put President on the hot seat, and he's more than happy to be here. But I really want to ask President only one question. Thank you so much. Only one question. Somebody was calling in. Actually, if you call, which is an external call, I will pick it now. Sorry, because when I have
Daddy Chris, Daddy Chris.
Yes, sir. Well,
because Mr. Tomotravo.
Okay, quick one.
Oh, I will me etane mika tuta wanre.
Barrister.
Ekpi onorugu imi wono tuta na reda kede wa wanrevu mi wono share okay onorugu agwa na aga mamo. Onorugu me wero so wa wero so we. Awa always well. We didn't know. Uwinare, I time na boy guma go boyna. I'm ready UPU headquarters in UPU center na kidi odi headquarters ite to votario. Mikono wana bunyowe. Hello.
Hey, minyowe.
When I born it, when you be a boy, if we are mugena. Would they know? Wana bukero mo wakatane metario bo. Obuke kri udi kukeri dira sejubi. Ratana bono boina. Ofori ne kidi agwa na konna. Ofori ne otie UPU UK awani obonena. Ofori ne amai uvu of weti. Amai dali uvu of weti. Asa de kwa amrewie computer bro. Ora to bodira ene adeviti. Aje sadak balaweti. Ede woina kemu de ken furnished and donated by UPU UK. Oyina wani ovu. Ode woina no. Koyo tatuwi. Ikwo fada me ikwo be America dara ida me yana da ofu ora. I can worry. I can worry. Best worry will know. Kidi meme ra you go wa. Go be de ke fo wa. Best worry will know. Yana bu basana ejo bi fon kekere kenuri. Ora avre na mi yinwe.
So share your work obiluo or you ta wa ko bilolo je obone. Aba wo je kare ekpa. Kero be metare jimi wo me to take a very planetina no. O da yere da jelo.
Yes, I will share the contact of all these people. And Ego call from Belgium. President, Ego calling from Belgium.
Hey.
So we have people from different countries. So I'm picking the ones from those
What
countries.
I contact in Belgium now, in Belgium, Meliani Roborayo boy, I wake Kube, or Fena Raja won't about.
Good. So I'm going to bring in the last question which I wanted to ask so that we can run away. I don't think we will get away from this meeting without talking about the young people. We have a new generation of young people who are Urhobo young people. They want to take over from us. It would have been a question, but I'll keep it as a question. What plan do we have in place to actually engage them? And President, I want to say this. Thank you. Because only in this present UPU, only in your government, that there's a plan to get Urhobo young people in the UK to participate in politics in the United Kingdom. Long overdue. There's also a plan in the United Kingdom for young people to participate, to do business, and those trainings are in place. I wanted to come from the present mouth so that young people can identify with us. Because sometimes they don't know, it's for old people, you understand? But if they can see some benefits in joining us, and they will be the one to do the most of the job for us. So, and I think we should find a way to incorporate that, like Solomon Riley said, having that donation at home, because I'm going there, I'm going to use that, I'm going to go to that house. Okay, that would be Urhobo television. That's what I have in mind once the new president gets into office. So that we can broadcast from there. So these things can be easier. So people can hear from us, because until you hear from president today, the conception of this Urhobo great government, I hate to call it, I don't call UPU a union. No, it's our government. Let us understand that. So thank you very much, sir. So the question is, what plan do we have in place, which I want you to explain to the young people, really talk to the young people, the future generation who are supposed to take over now, not tomorrow, from us?
Well, what I can say to you is that I'm a firm believer that the young people have initiative. Because they have initiative, what we are meant to do is to empower them. So what had happened is that the young people here, they are eager to engage. And so they invited me. I couldn't understand how they arranged it, but they invited me to a big hotel somewhere in central London. And they interviewed me fully. And they made a presentation before me. And I agreed with it all. Because unless they take the initiative, we cannot force them. And I know that when we're setting up the committee for the business planning, we included 2 very young people. But they had their concerns. They asked me, is it going to be a situation where they will stand up to talk and the elders will shun them?
Shut up.
I promised them, not in my time.
Okay.
Because if I've appointed you to a committee, you have the freedom. We've got to listen to the young people. And of course, that's the message I always send to parents, that you need to listen to the young people, because young people have ideas. And if we just shout them down, the tendency is that they will look at us and say, these old people, they don't know what they're doing. So it is the empowerment of the young people. What I will also say is that back in Nigeria, the young people are actively involved. You need to have attended the carnivals that we have attended during the UPU Congress. One day is usually set aside for the carnival. And you need to see the young people displaying their talents. Very impressive. So yes, we'll continue to work with the young people. We allow them their initiative. We have the young people, the youth group here. We also have the young ladies forum. They come together, they plan things, and we give them the opportunity, but they operate in the name of the Urhobo Progress Union. And then from time to time, they invite us for questioning, and we give them our responses, and we accept their suggestions.
Thank you, sir. And there's a caller who's just calling from London. Sorry, he's been calling. So I'm going to let you call in, sir. Number ending 163. Over to you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yes. This is Sam Egbeniyako. I'm the secretary of the UP.
Okay.
I just want to give Daddy Chris thanks for the opportunity to bring the president here. I think we need more of this to help to publicize what the UPU is doing and to get people to be interested in our activities. The second point is, it's very interesting that there are a lot of our members, Urhobo people, coming from Europe, from Italy, from Netherlands, and all of those places. We want to use the opportunity to also welcome them, for them to work hard, so that the Urhobo UPU will be strong in their country. In the UK here, we are privileged to say the UPU has been existing for 65 years. So in a way, we are like their senior brothers who can guide them. And we hope that they will leave this place and begin to gather too in their own countries to strengthen the UPU presence in their own country. So again, thank you, Daddy Chris, for the opportunity, and we hope we do more of this for the benefit of Urhobo people. Thank you very much.
Definitely. You see, when I met President, when I said President, Chief Ejiro Ugwhujabo is the president, I was so confident I was going to come home because I know him. He didn't know me. We met the place, and from that day I fell in love with him and the wife. So I've been a very big fan of him. So, and he has done a great job for the Urhobo Nation till now. So we're all going to do our best, sir. We thank you for coming, for making your time to come and in fact, to waste your time with us tonight, sir. We are more than grateful. We're going to do more of this. We're going to do more of this. Sometimes I may have to come there and interview you. When there is a meeting, when UP is meeting, I'll be there to stream some of them live so that people can interact. We can have this kind of more of this interaction, not just only this kind of meeting. And I'll be talking with some of your executives as well. But it's very important that we have your face on the screen tonight so they know you and they know, and all the words coming out from you is clear and sincere. We cannot thank you enough. If you have one more thing to say to anybody, everybody, you can say so before I close the show tonight. Because you cannot close the show. It's the president that will always close the show. And he's in charge here.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you. Obemegwonota, we are out of home. We are in diaspora. Ede vleno tolu robo. Ede kporolo kwafa. Afeno ho. Jesi omane gwoni kwowe asaraye va ejobi omo shari ovoloni gbargolore odi Birmingham Nottingham but omikwo robobo ilokiri pe oro ibofa loro riviri obone ke ikwo robobone from the internet. He got my name and made contact. Very impressive. Once we are out of home, always remember that we are brothers and sisters, and there is no point in not meeting up with your own people. So even if you are thinking of the subscription, it's not a lot of money. It is £60 a year, £60 a year, equivalent of £5 per month. That is all the dues. And if you go into a restaurant, you spend far more than that, But it's important that we identify with our people wherever we find ourselves. And there is a lot of joy in it. Kasakasa mera mi wolwilwo. Ema Urhobo. Lilwilwo wakeve. Vevle iskumida de osunoku egbe. Eke wudu. Kiriodara ni ibo na ajoga lilolo. Bokere ibo na wotutanare. Minyonu lebo. Oyulwemu. Lofo na waivo. Na waiva tamu. Jaoda de ke ovoko na wove wa yelwe. Javalie. Ovotale jerwele. Kidi awade kugbe. Oyerude ke blava kojobi wore. So mekba wa mamo. Wa eko roboli chorigo. Le the flood appeal. Mekba wa mamo. Kidi ene. Oifoli. Ogane oserwo wakweje.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for leading us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for your fatherly role. And please continue it. Just know that there will be one or two things. It's a hard job. We all be tasting leadership. It's a hard work, even within the family. We appreciate what you've done tonight. And I'm happy. I know that you will take some of the things we said on board. I know you will take it to the next level so that they will contribute. I can't think of a better place. I'm going to leave the show with, after the face of our president, the next thing I want to hear is Urhobo National Anthem. So for that reason, I'm going to play the Urhobo National Anthem, and that's going to be the end of the show. Wado.
Urhobo,